Greetings, Holy Ones. I'm your brother Anunnaki. Welcome to the Hidden History series, where we will be talking about the forbidden history that you weren't taught in mainstream history books, and about the negative alien races that are invading our planet, the shadow government, and the Illuminati, and ancient civilizations. This is part 2 in the series, and some of the things that we're going to be talking about are advanced technologies of our government, about portals and the location of our 12 stargates, about the secret treaties in the 1940s made by the world government leaders and Zeta gray aliens, about who the Illuminati really are, about what really were the Neanderthal and Cro-Magnons, about the Anunnaki from planet Nibiru, about the Nephilim, about multi-vector consciousness and reincarnation. Now, I have placed time codes in the video description below. It makes it more convenient if some of you want to skip around to like a different part. Well, please do so. But for the rest of you, we will be starting here at the beginning. So thank you guys for being here, and consider subscribing to this channel if you like what you hear and you really want to learn more about forbidden history. This is a very interesting series according to the Emerald Order teachings. Now, the government has long suppressed information regarding advanced technologies that we never are privy to know about, right? For example, officially, they boast about cloning sheep. Have you heard of that? A long time ago, actually. But in reality, they have been cloning far more for about 40 years, often with disastrous results. They have also developed interdimensional technologies and understand aspects like the 90-degree, what's called angular rotational particle spin, ARPS, which facilitates portals between our dimension and those of the higher 4th, 5th, and 6th dimensions. In discussing dimensions, I often group them in like sets of 3, 1, 2, 3. This is because we exist within a 15-dimensional time matrix, a vast multiverse comprising 5 different universal sets of 3-dimensional systems, which totals 15 dimensions altogether. Now, these harmonic universes, also called density universes, occupy the same space, but they're basically invisible to each other due to the differences in this angular rotation of particle spin. Matter can pass through matter without some type of interaction because of these angular differences. Now, many groundbreaking scientific discoveries related to these concepts, you can guarantee they're suppressed, okay? And scientists who attempt to disclose their findings often face severe consequences, including finding themselves wearing cement slippers, okay? And having their careers destroyed, or conveniently disappearing or dying of strange diseases suddenly when they were perfectly healthy before. But despite these challenges, our scientists have discovered many things with quantum physics, and some have verified the existence of planetary stargates and are actively trying to understand how to operate them. Knowledge that the Zetas, for their part, are not keen to share. The Zetas know how to open some of them, the stargates and the portals. They exist as black hole and white hole pairs that are connected at the center by a scalar frequency seal. So when the stargates or portals activate, the center seal releases, and the spiral pair merge to form a Merkaba field. It encompasses a form constant, a still point that links various space-time locations directly to each other, creating a trans-time bridge. According to the secret space program, the movie and television series called Stargate is actually disclosure of the existence of stargates. We actually have 12 planetary stargates on planet Earth, located in specific areas on the planet. This Stargate complex is also called the Energy Vortex Portal System. The Emerald Order Guardians, also called the Emerald Covenant, has revealed the locations of all 12 Stargates. And I even made a separate video just about that, but we'll go over them here. SG-1 is located in the Painted Desert of Arizona, with a network of vortices connected in the Sedona area. SG-2 is in Jerusalem, Israel. SG-3, Nepal Himalayan mountains. SG-4, Giza, Egypt. SG-5, Machu Picchu, Peru. SG-6, North Caucasus Mountains, Russia. SG-7, Lake Titicaca, Peru. SG-8, Xi'an, China. SG-9, Lhasa, Tibet. SG-10 is Abadan, Iran, near the Persian Gulf area. SG-11, Vale of Pussy, England, and SG-12, Montségur, France. So, of course, we haven't been told about the Stargates or their significant role they play in our human civilization. Stargates are truly a huge deal, you guys, that our whole history has revolved around. We have been misled to such an extent that it's understandable to feel some anger. However, anger is not the only response, nor is it the final one. It is merely a step forward from denial, a reaction after realizing the truth behind the seemingly absurd claims that sound like they're straight out of a science fiction novel. Once past denial, we often encounter anger and fear, but there's a crucial next step: taking action. This means deciding to educate ourselves, evaluate the situation, and respond effectively. We've been conditioned by government and media to focus on distractions, like what's on TV, okay, instead of exploring the potential within ourselves. This external focus, it diverts our attention from our internal power, which both the government and extraterrestrial forces prefer we remain ignorant of. Since the 1940s, there has been a concerted effort to suppress various technologies that we would all benefit from. This began with the agreements made by world government leaders and Zeta ET factions that said, yes, you can go ahead and abduct our citizens, just make sure to put them back and make sure they don't remember anything too. Okay? They didn't say don't hurt them. They didn't say, oh, where's their human rights? They were violating them. They didn't care. And we were sold out by the people who represent us. I mean, what's new, right? Okay. So when is the last time that we, even in America, the land of the home of the brave, when is the last time we really, really put 100% faith in the integrity and truth of our president or our political leaders? You know why we can't? Because the whole political system is structured in a way that if you are a nice guy, you can't get to the top. You have to learn to compromise and twist your priorities and do little things that harm, behind people's backs, just to where you could even be in a position of power in the elite. We've been spoon-fed misinformation for generations, leading us to accept, whatever the experts claim without question. It's time, you guys, we became our own experts, okay, as our survival increasingly depends on it. While the government itself is not inherently malevolent, it's made up of people like us, raised with certain values and protocols. The reality is that many government employees are just trying to make a living and do what they deem is right. However, even those at the top find themselves participating in questionable acts to maintain their positions. Despite their efforts to serve the populace, they often beholden to a larger unseen force known as the Illuminati. This shadow group consists of human elites and hidden controllers who oversee major banking and multinational corporations, fueled by vast revenues from black market dealings. This allows them to exert influence over virtually anyone and anything they desire. The Illuminati is a term often used to refer to various secret societies or groups that are believed to exist, exerting influence over the world events or seeking to manipulate society in some way. And the Emerald Order talks about these people too. The term has been used to describe different groups throughout history, even involving themes of control, power, and manipulation of global events. And while some people think the Illuminati are just a bunch of conspiracy theories, our political leaders, both here in America and abroad, find themselves compelled to seek favor with this powerful Illuminati group. Those who resist or fail to comply often find their careers abruptly terminated, as they are swiftly removed from their positions of power. While most Illuminati researchers say the origins of the Illuminati are often traced back to a secret society founded in 1776, these Emerald Order teachings say that this secret groups has deep roots and were actually created around 152,000 BC, comprising human family lines intertwined with those of the Anunnaki, a race originally of Sirius A, but now primarily based on the planet Nibiru. So these Illuminati are only half human. They are a hybrid. The Guardians actually call them, the Illuminati, the Leviathans. The human part was actually part of a Guardian bioregenesis program with the Neanderthal and Cro-Magnons, which was called Levi, Cro-Magnon 2. There was actually 5 stages of Cro-Magnon, which was, it's human DNA. Well, the draconian reptilians and Anunnaki fallen angelics raided this DNA and created their own alien-human hybrid called the Leviathan. This is when the competing Illuminati genetic lines actually began. I will talk about the Neanderthal and Cro-Magnon project in another video because there's more details about that. So it's very interesting. Now, Nibiru, with its unique orbital path, it remains undiscovered by our scientists and won't approach our vicinity for like another 3,000 years. The Nibirian Anunnaki are skilled in using interdimensional time portals and maintain manipulative ties to Earth through human descendants enriched with Anunnaki DNA, some even more aligned with the Nephilim, another hybrid race of human and Anunnaki origins who entered the Earth system about 950,000 years ago. These individuals, appearing human, often unknowingly themselves serve the extraterrestrial agendas of their forebears, influencing events on Earth without a conscious understanding of their heritage. They have to wake up just like indigos and starseeds wake up. This scenario isn't novelty, okay? It's a long-standing struggle, and humanity has remained largely ignorant of its ancient past. That's where the innerchristos comes in. And in this unaware state, these extraterrestrial intruders manipulate us as they see fit. It's not as if this is a new battle, you guys. The humans have been asleep for a long, long time, and we don't remember our ancient past anymore. We don't remember who we are, okay? So as long as we're asleep, these intruder ETs can put us where they want us, and they can do whatever they want, okay? We have a chance to wake up. It's the first time since the last failed stellar activation cycle of 208,216 BC, which actually ended in pole shift because of the fallen angelic draconian invasion and warring. Now we're experiencing the current stellar activation cycle, which started in 2000 AD. Interdimensional stargates are still opened, and that's triggering our DNA. And we have a chance to overcome the genetic blockages that were put in us so we can access what's called multi-vector consciousness, which is talked about in this Emerald Order teachings. Now, multi-vector consciousness will take us into higher dimensional fields of perception, not just the 3D. It will open up simultaneous perceptions of the various space-time locations. This is where all our stories of reincarnation and stuff like that come from. It's not exactly reincarnation though, you guys, like it's taught in Hinduism and Buddhism. It's actually simultaneous incarnation. That's what's actually happening. Time is simultaneous. It's like laid out more like space. So you can go from here to here to here, like you can go from New York to California if you know the coordinates and if you know the mappings of the time portal system and the time rhythms that are involved with them. Because there are natural rhythms when portals open and close, when they dilate and contract. So more than ever, there's a real possibility for awakening. That's what we're trying to do. If we can seize it before it's being diverted, that's the ideal. It's time to recognize the manipulation surrounding us and to assert control over our destiny, you guys. We must take action or we're going to be in trouble. Currently, our government's clandestine dealings with the Zeta Greys, seemingly about managing large populations, for territorial control, you could say they reflect the gullibility about the true intentions of these extraterrestrials. I mean, the gullibility on our government who doesn't realize they've been duped. And the reason the Zetas were here to begin with is not because they're, like most people are saying, they're poor little race that lost its home and needs to fix its bodies. They would have us believe that. So can we please have some of your gene codes so we can create healthy bodies for ourselves? Interesting, huh? This is the line of nonsense that our government thought when they sold us out. That's what they did, So the Zetas knew all along. Yes, they wanted to make hybrids for infiltration purposes here. It's an extraterrestrial military strategy. This is a wake-up call. They knew what they wanted. They wanted this territory. They wanted Earth. They want our stargates. They were attempting to take over from the beginning, but our governments and the people were so full of themselves that they actually tried to betray a mass of people. I mean, they're so full of their own egos and their own greed that they would do something like that. Pretty appalling if you think about this. They are very blind. The government, initially underestimated the Zeta Greys, thinking they could easily exploit them for, their technology. They figured, these little gray dummies, we'll get their technology, and we'll take them for a ride. Well, our government is the ones who has been taken for a ride. Their assumption backfired, and it's become clear that the government has been outmaneuvered. I mean, think about it. These are more advanced, intelligent extraterrestrials. And in recent years, even influential groups like MJ12 and members of the Illuminati have been scrabbling to distance themselves from this fallout, having lost control over the agreements made with these Zetas. These extraterrestrial intruders now just basically act autonomously, disregarding governmental preferences or agreements they made previously. And this situation escalated particularly after 1998, when the opening of what's called the Ark of the Covenant Passage portalway, which is a time portal passage that ensured that, yes, we're going into a stellar activation cycle, and yes, those stargates would open. So this stellar activation cycle, once initiated, cannot be halted. It will just proceed, for better or worse, influenced by these prevailing energy dynamics. Now, once it was known that the stargates were going to open, then all sorts of beings from various harmonic universes, density universes, decided to get in on the Earth game. So I thank you guys for watching this video about the introduction to our forbidden hidden history. And if you guys like what you've learned today in this video, please like and subscribe. And you definitely want to click on the next video that comes up on the screen here, because in that video, we're going to be going over the halls of Amenti, which are stargates, about how the dark side once gained control of our planet in the ancient past, and also about the draconians that took us over, and about how we got trapped in some limited gene code that we're experiencing now, and how most humans are actually de-evolving into animal forms, and also about the secret of our junk DNA, and about the roadmap to our higher self, about what is involved with spiritual ascension, and about our original state as pure consciousness. So you guys definitely want to click on that video. I'll see you guys in the next video in the series. Peace. Namaste, holy ones. Machiwa.